Hello there. Today we're going to make this tunnel card with 6 tunnels. Isn't that cool? And it's in the shape of a star. And it collapses and you can put it inside an A2 envelope. Okay. I've started decorating it, but I saved the last couple panels so that I could glue them on while you're watching so you can see what I'm doing. Alrighty. What you're going to need is 1.5 sheets of cardstock. So, and you're going to... We need them cut into 4 by 5.5, or 4 1/4. I'm sorry, by 5.5. All right, so go ahead and cut them down. So we need one half set aside. Then the other one we need. So we need 1, 2, 3. All right, there. That's how many we're going to need, because we'll get 2 out of each of these panels. So this is just an A2 card when you fold it in half. So you're going to need 3 of them, okay? Or 1.5 sheets of cardstock. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5 by 4 1/4. There. Got 2 of those. 4 1/4. We've got 2 of those. 4 1/4. We've got 2 of those. All right, you should have 6 all together. Perfect. All right, so now what you're going to need is a scoreboard. And you know, whenever I cut that, then sometimes they're even and sometimes they're not. So I'm going to trim that a little bit more. And it's because I don't have a definite line on this cutting board. Oh, that's funny. Only 2 of them were cut kind of wonky. All righty. So that's just a little bit. All right. That's not too shabby. All right. There. So now we need a scoreboard. And we are going to score them. You want to keep the height, so the 5.5 inches. But we're going to lay them on the scoreboard. And we're going to score them at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. And that'll leave us a little 1/4 inch left. Okay. We're going to do that to all 6 of these. So 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Easy numbers to remember, huh? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ta-da! Now we can put this back away, and we're done with the scoreboard. Alrighty. I saw a picture of this, and when I saw it, and they showed it from this direction, kind of diagonally down onto it, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. But I couldn't find directions on how to make it. So I looked at it and I thought, ooh, that looks like just squares. If you square them up, that looks like 1 inch squares. And then you'd need like 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch to glue them together. I can do that. And they actually made the whole thing out of two-sided decorative paper. They didn't use cardstock. But I thought, hey, we all have lots of extra white cardstock, so we can definitely use that. And then we just need some 3/4 inch wide by 5.5 inches long. How easy is that? Alrighty. So now we're going to take these and we're going to use our bone folder, and we're going to fold all of these creases wherever we scored them. So we're going to fold at the little 1/4 inch. We're going to fold over at the 3 inch, the 2 inch, and the 1 inch. Ta-da! Okay, we're going to do that to all of them. It's a lot easier if I move this. There. Now it won't grab onto it. Whoop. That doesn't look very even. Is it even on the top? No, it's going crooked on me. Uh-huh. Good thing I'm looking at that. There, that's much better. All right. Much better. Much better. Okay. Ta-da! Perfect. And as I'm laying them down, I'm just piling them on top of each other with a little tiny 1/4 inch on one side. It doesn't matter what side. You just want them all going on the same side. Why are you being funky on me? Don't be funky. Oh, we had such a nice dinner tonight. My daughter turns 41 on February 13th. So that is Monday, isn't it? Or the February, nope, Tuesday. Okay, on Tuesday. And today is Saturday. So on Tuesday, she'll be 41. So, and our tradition is we always like to take the girls out for dinner for their birthday and the grandkids out for the dinner on their birthdays. So we asked Melissa where she would like to go, and she said the Hard Rock Cafe. And so over at the casino. So we said, okay, let's go. So we went over there. We haven't been there before. I thought it was kind of similar to like Aruga's. It was like just a regular bar and grill type food. So everything was pre-frozen. So there wasn't anything fresh. It was just all previously frozen, and and it was mostly just burgers. They did have some steaks, but they had steak and salads, and then they had mostly just burgers. So it was okay. Pricey for a burger. They were like $20 for a burger. So, but it was a nice dinner. It was fun to go for the first time. That's for sure. Alrighty, and she enjoyed it. So, okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to fold this side in where the little piece is. And I'm going to use my double stick tape because that'll be quicker and more easy to do. And I'm just going to go ahead and tape it right here. And then I'm going to open up the tape. There. And then fold this right over it. Okay. Then I'm going to lay it over here. Then I'm going to lay this down, that little 1/4 inch. Put tape on this piece. Oop, it feels like I might be to the end. I am. Alrighty, I'm going to have to glue this part down. Gonna peel that off. It's kind of thick. Alright, good. Most of that came off. Good. Yay! Come on, you come off too. We don't need you on there. There, okay, that worked, yay. So that just peeled off the sticky part, but that's okay. All right. We're gonna have to, there. I'll have to put some sticky stuff on the bottom here. That's too wide, that's too wide. I'm gonna have to use my glue stick, alrighty then. No problem, I can deal with that. Well, poopy darn. Actually, I know how I can do it. There, I'll just do that for now. Okay, fold this over and then press that down. All right, I know how I can do this. Yes, I do. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this thicker stuff anyways. And I'm just gonna, where's the edge? Because I wanna try to use up these. There's a couple of them here that are different sizes. There, so if I put it on halfway, because it's gonna be too big anyways, then I can use my, whoops, there it is. Alrighty, now watch this. You ever do it this way? Line this one up on there. There. Do a little surgery here. Ta-da! All right. So now I can fold this over, pull out the release tape. Tell me you've done that before. It works. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm staring at this. Oh my goodness. There, and then we need 2 more. So I'm going to do it again. Whoop. And here. I was so excited when I actually cut this out. And it came out right the first time, and I went, yes, man, I love it. God has blessed me with a very unique mind. I love the fact that I can look at things and I can take things apart and see different patterns in it. I love that. For beading, it's wonderful because I can look at something that somebody's made and I can figure out, I can look at it and go, oh, that's the raw pattern, or oh, that's the herringbone pattern, or whatever. And I can figure it out just by looking at it. And then if I draw a quick picture of it, the shape, then I can pretty much figure out how to make it and put it together, which is cool. Sometimes I can't, but sometimes I can. Come on. Right before I started this video, I just trimmed all my nails off. Come on. All right, you silly thing. There it goes, come on. There. That's better. That doesn't look like, no, it's not. It's a good thing I'm looking at that. I was gonna say it doesn't look even. Looks kind of crooked. There. That's better. Okay. All right. So now what I did was I just line them all up so that that piece is on the same side. I don't think it really would make a difference, to tell you honestly, but I don't know. I'm kind of anal like that. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue the stack together just on the right-hand side only. Okay. So we're going to take the first panel and we're going to put glue on it just on this top right-hand corner or edge panel, whatever it's called. There. We're going to do that. Then we're going to lay this one down on top of it and line up this edge. Okay. Press that down. Put glue on this one. Take the next one. Line up the outer edge. Press it down. Okay. Put glue on this one. Always on the same edge. Okay. Press that down. Put glue on. Ugh, I just globbed that. All right, Barb, that was kind of gross. Ugh. There. Now I can wipe that off of me. All right. And then one more. Pretty easy so far, isn't it? And yes, it is definitely as easy as it's looking. All right, there. Now, we have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now all we have to do is put glue on this one and then put this one together with it. Okay, so we're gonna flatten this out and we're gonna put glue right here. This time on the inside one, because we're gonna glue this one to this one. Alrighty. And then fold that. And flatten it down and crease it. Okay. Now, we need to work it, okay? We've got to work this for a little bit to make sure that it moves smoothly, because right now we have 6 squares all glued together and it's going to be working against each other. So we want to force it to work, okay? So we're going to take it and we're going to do 4 squares, triangle, triangle. We're going to flatten those triangles. We're going to lay it down and see how bumpy it's getting. So see, it's kind of, it's not laying very nicely. We're going to make it lay nicely. I need to move this again. We're going to go ahead and use the bone folder and flatten it down. Okay. Now we're going to open it up and we're going to make, this is the one that we just did, these two. So then we're going to do this one. So find the one across from it, flatten it down. Use your bone folder, flatten it out. Open these ones up, and if you keep your finger in that first one, then you know you come over to this one. So find the one across from that, flatten it down. That's real rippled, but that's okay. Okay, and we're gonna open that up and come over to the next one and flatten it down. And that should be the first one that we started with. Okay, so now it should maneuver much more easy for us. Okay. So check it out. How fun. So now if you want to, when you collapse it, you want to collapse it so that there's 4 on either side and 2 in the middle. So now when I'm looking at it, some of these are a little bit higher than the other ones because I did cut it off kind of weird. So you can take your scissors and trim it if you need to. If I cut it on my other cutting board, they would have been lined up perfect. But because I did with this one, then it's not even. So I'm going to just kind of fix it and make it look even. There, that looks better. There, okay. So now let's see on this side. That looks better. Nice, okay. So it's just that one little one. Perfect, okay. So we have our 6-star card. How cool is that? Alrighty, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dress it with the colors. And you need, I chose 3 colors and I cut 4 strips that are 3/4 of an inch by 5.5 inches. Okay, I started with this one and I lined up these 2 blue and I glued those on. Then I turned it over and glued the 2 blue on here. Okay, then I moved over to the next triangle or the next square. And I laid it down and I put on this one and this one. Turn it over, put on this one and this one. Now I just have to do the last one. So I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to put on this one and that one. And I'm going to start this one so you can see that. So don't worry. All right. I just wanted you to be able to see what this is looking like. All righty. Because I know sometimes it's a lot easier when you watch right from the very beginning. Okay, so I'm going to line this up at the bottom and kind of put it in between and press that down. Do the next one. Line it up right on the edge of the bottom. Line that up in between. Okay, turn it over, and then I have the last 2 to cover. This is a fantastic way to use up a bunch of your scraps because 12 strips, that's awesome. So if you've got lots and lots of decorative paper, make this card. All right, line it up at the bottom, right in the middle. Line it up at the top. Press it down. Okay, if anything's hanging over, which I do have a couple of these hanging over, then I can, come on, open up. There you go. Then I can just trim them neatly. Anything that's hanging over, is that one? No, that's just sticking out. Okay. I didn't get enough glue up on that corner. There. Ta-da! All right. So now the card part is done. All we have to do is put an embellishment on the front. And I will get to that in just a few moments. All right. So we're going to take this one. And I'm going to start over again. I need to get 3 colors. So where'd my paper go? Right. Okay, I just had it 2 seconds ago. Oh, it's right here. I was looking right at it. Okay. And this is from Emery. Thank you so much, Emery. These papers are gorgeous. All right, so I didn't use that one, so let's use that one. Ooh, we could do a green. That would be pretty. And did I use that one? I don't think. We could do red. Oh, this one's pretty. Here, let's do those three. Okay, that'll be nice. Okay, so 3 colors. These are all 5.5 inches long. So I just need to cut them at 3/4 of an inch wide. Alrighty. You could also do them, every single one, a different color. So if you really want to use up scraps, then you could definitely do that. So 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it. 3/4 of an inch. There's one. 3/4 of an inch. There's 2. 3/4 of an inch. There's 3. And 3/4 of an inch. There's 4. And there's 4 extra strips that we'll put out of the way. All right. So now, remember how I explained it? I said we're going to squish it down. So we're going to do the 4 on either side, and you're going to find the 2 triangles pointing you and away from you, and you're going to squish them together. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 pieces right here, then we're going to turn it over and put 2 pieces right here. So let's do that. So here's our 4. There's our 2 triangles, so we're going to squish the triangles and lay it down flat. Now we're going to glue on just the 2 middle panels here. Oh, this is such pretty paper, Emery. All right, so there's one. That's a big glob of glue. Yeah. Don't press it so hard. All righty, and then line it up. Lay that down. There we go. Then we're going to take it and turn it over and do the 2 middle ones again. All righty. With the same color. Come on, up, up, up. Well, we're walking around. We're walking towards the restaurant down in Foxwoods Casino, and the kids are just being goofs. They're just being teenagers, and so Riley looks at her brother, and she grins this little grin. And he said, "What?" Because he knows something's going on. And then she jumps up, and instead of, you know how people jump up and they chest bump each other? Well, she side bumped him. So she jumped up and side bumped him, and he fell over to the side a little bit. And he goes, "Uh-huh. Yep, remember it's my turn next." She goes, "That's okay. Go ahead." So he does. He jumps up and bops her, and she goes over a little. And I'm looking at him thinking, okay, somebody's going to get hurt. Something stupid's going to happen, you know. What are they going to do? So then Riley grins at her mother. And she jumps up and side bumps her. Knocks her phone right out of her hand. And Melissa just looked down at the floor and went, "Uh-huh." And she said, "Pick it up." And so Riley picked it up, and she said, "Now we know not to do that." But the look on her face was priceless. It was so funny. All right, so we did the front, we did the back. So now we've got to turn it around. And now we're going to take the 4 sides again, and we want the next one. So we want the 4 sides together, the 2 triangles, squish them down. We're going to do these 2. It's so funny to watch these kids and to watch my daughters with their kids and to watch them interacting back and forth. And then we were discussing at dinner about going to our timeshare this year, and they got so excited, and they forgot all about Papa and I remembered, but because we were wondering, what are they going to do with their dog? Because they can't take the dog. So, and this is their first dog. They've just got the dog. And so we were thinking, okay, so either Daddy's going to end up staying home with the dog, or they'll go to, Daddy will stay home with Uncle Eric, because Uncle Eric's going to stay home and take care of their dog too. So the two guys can stay home together. All right, so we're going to turn this over and do the green on the other side. So, but it was so funny because we were talking about it and thinking, okay, well, you know, there's different possibilities they can do. So, you know, we'll figure it out. So the very first thing they said was, oh yeah, that's right, we get to go to the timeshare. Yay. And then all of a sudden they went, wait a minute, what about whiskey? It dawned on them, what about the dog? And my daughter said, oh, we're going to have to use a kennel. Oh, all right, well, or find somebody to watch them. And I was like, yep. Okay, so that side's done. That side's done. Now we just have to open it up again. The 4 sides that are done are right here. We just have these 2 triangles left, so we can squish it together and cover these. Isn't that an easy way to cover this? I like that. So Daddy realized, he said, that's okay. He said, yeah, well, maybe we can drop them off at Uncle Eric's, you know, and Eric can watch them while he's watching. And then he says, well, wait a second, I can stay with Eric. They're bosom buddies. They love to get together, and they're just so funny. All they do is just play on the computers. So they'd be in heaven to have the house to themselves with no wife and kids, just taking care of the dogs and playing on the computer for a whole week. Oh my gosh, they would be in their glory. Okay, turn it over, and we're going to do this side. So, and of course, Papa and I just looked at each other and just kind of chuckled because we had already figured all that stuff out. And it's like, yep, we know what's going to happen. The guys are going to want to get together and play for the week. So, and the girls and the kids will go on vacation with us. So that'll be kind of different because usually Melissa and her family would come, the whole family. So Rachel's come a couple times with just either by herself or with her son, with our grandson. So there you go. So now this is all done. Ta-da! But that was fun, listening to them chatter and figure it out. All right, so there we go. Now we just got to kind of play with the squares until we get them to relax a little bit. There we go. So now we've got 2 of them made. That's pretty with the green on there. All right, and I can see some of the green's a little bit long. So that's okay. We can trim that one off. This one's a little bit long. There. That's good. Perfect. Oh, nope. The green on this side. Okay. Just cut a little long. There. Now it's perfect. Okay. So now we need something on the front. So we've got to choose which color do you want to be the front. Do you want it to be the blue, this pretty floral, this pretty green? I'm thinking, I think maybe this one. Okay. That's going to be my front. So now what you need are 2 1-inch squares, okay? Approximately. You need them at least 1 inch wide, and then the width on them depends on what you're going to put on them, because you're going to take these are 1 inch wide, and these ones are 1 inch by, I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch. It's wider. It's just under 1 inch, 1 by 1. All right, but what you're going to do is you're going to take them and you're going to fold them over so that they're 1/2 inch wide. Fold this one over at 1 inch, 1/2 an inch. Okay. And then you're going to use your bone folder and crease them real good. And then you want to put the 2 folds together. All right. Because we're going to make a mechanism that will go right here, because we're going to fold them on right here. We're going to glue them right here and then glue something on top of them. So that way, when it opens up, I'll move it up here so that way you can see. So we're going to glue them together like that. And then when they open up, Come on, Barbara. You're all thumbs now. It'll be stuck. It'll be adhered on here. I'm making a mess of that. Let me just show you. All right, so I pulled out a couple ideas so that you could see a couple different ideas. I thought, well, maybe we like the words, so we could put the word on there. And then that way it would stand up right here when it opens up. Okay, so maybe you want the words on there. Maybe you want a bunny on there. We could do a bunny. Maybe you want just these words. We could put that on. Oh, I like that on there. Maybe you've made a pretty tag or a ticket or whatever. As long as it fits on the front of a card, you're good. Okay? As long as it's not wider than your card, you're good. So whatever you put on there should be able to fit as long as it's within the size of the A2 card. All right, I'm thinking I kind of like this on that one. I think I'm going to do that. I like that. All right, so this is what you do. You're going to turn your focal. You want your focal image or words. You're going to turn it over. You're going to take, and we're going to take these two. We're going to put glue on just one side. So I'm going to lay them both down here, and we're going to put glue on this side. Make sure that the folds are pointing to each other, and put glue on this side. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we're going to turn it over and put the glue, the fold, against the fold right here. Leave a little bit of room though. You don't want it right on the fold. You want it in, just like you're going to cut a little sliver off like this far away from the fold. Okay. We put glue on the half of it. We're going to turn this over. We're going to put this one next to the other one, leaving a little bit of space in between. And I'm going to bring these up and show you. Okay. So see how far apart they are? You can actually put your fingernail between there, okay? And they're both folded in half, okay? Now we're going to put glue right here, and then we're going to glue this on here. Okay, so let's go ahead, put glue on here, glue on here. We're going to take our words. We're going to line them up on here. Let's see, right there. Yeah, that looks good to me. We're going to press that gut down real good. And ta-da, it's on. So now, check it out. Our card is freestanding. Isn't that cool? So see, you can see the, whoops. You can see the mechanism in there. You can see it on this side. Isn't that neat? So just 2 pieces of paper, and they don't have to be squares either. They can be 2 1-inch circles. They can be 2 hexagons. So, and then you just have to measure to see if these 2 pieces put together, so that's 1 inch wide, how wide is this? So can you lay this down and then put this on without it hanging over? I would have to trim a little bit off the top 2 corners, but I could still use this. I could definitely use them. I would just have to trim the top corner off to fit this on. Okay, in order to do this high there, this is wider, so I'd have to shorten it. I'd have to cut these down a little bit. So I'd have to cut about 1/4 inch off, and then I could put the high there on there. Because otherwise, look what would happen. See how it's hanging over? You don't want to see. So, but you need the full inch for the width though, because you need 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So you can do it this way. Then you can lay it on your focal piece, and then if I was going to use this, I would just cut the top off. That'll work. Okay. Same thing with this. If you want this on there, this will definitely fit. You put the 2 folds in together. This will definitely fit on there. Ta-da! All right. I love the way this one came out. That looks really nice. Alrighty. And if you want to write to somebody, you can turn it over, and you could actually leave the 4 back panels or these 2 panels here with nothing on it. So that way you can write on it, or you could just, I would just write right on this, because why not? It's nice and light. If it were darker, then I would just put a white panel on top of it so I could see, and I could write on that. All right, I love the way that came out. Now, I have to decide on this. What do I want on this one? Let's see. I don't think this is really gonna match, so that's kind of ooky. I don't like that with it. That's actually kind of cute. I haven't made a decision on this one yet. I did like those words. Let's see. What kind of... Let's see. What kind of... Do I have a neat sticker or something I can put on there? A flower. Oh, wait. I have these down in here. Let's see. What do I have in here? Ooh, something like... Oh, we could do that. That would be pretty. Ooh, that pulls that blue right out. Especially if I did it this way. That's pretty. That way or this way? Oh, I like it on that better. Okay, I'm going to do that. That's pretty. Yes. I love it. Yep. Okay, so see, you can pretty much use anything on these. Just choose something, and as long as it's not bigger than your card, you're good. Okay, so remember how to put this together? We need 1-inch piece wide. Fold them in half. Okay, we're going to glue them on here, fold to fold, next to this middle fold. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to turn it over, get some glue on there, put this one down in the middle, leaving a little bit of room between, about a 1/16 of an inch, and then do this one, and make sure that the folds are all pointing. Both of these folds are pointing to this fold here. Okay, line them up, leaving a little bit of room in between. Okay, and then we're going to put glue on this, glue on this. These go together so easy, it just amazes me. And then we can put this on. So let's line this up in the middle, right there. Ta-da! Turn it over and let's rub that on there real good. Close that up. There we go. Put these away. I love it. And then I'll show you up close in just a moment. Alrighty. Okay. Good. Put the pencil in there. All right. So then we can turn it over. That is so pretty. Ta-da! So now we have this one. Isn't that pretty? That's so fun. And then we've got this one with just a verse on there. I really like that. These are so cool. And you literally flatten it down and it will fit in an A2 envelope. Here's an A2 envelope. Come on, card, get up there. There you go. See? Open it up. Slide it on in there. The only hard part is right where these papers are right here. You got to kind of finagle it in there. There. Just take your time. And then, there's plenty of room. There you go. And it lays flat enough that that should definitely go through the mail. Unless if I would have done like maybe the tag, you don't really want anything 3D on there, or else you're probably going to have to pay extra postage. So I wouldn't suggest that. But something flat like this or the verse, then that's perfect. Alrighty. So there you go. We've made 2 cards tonight. How exciting. I hope you like this idea, and it'll definitely use up a bunch of scraps for you. That's what I'm really excited about. So, and if you've got a favorite out of these 2, which one do you like better? That's really hard. I think I do like the Glory to God one better. I like the verse one better. So which one do you like better? Let me know in the comments. That'll be fun to hear. And if you like this idea, please give me a thumbs up. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.